It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. Terence "Bud" Crawford, the undisputed.
This now,
you can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves, and here we go.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup, and here we go. And there's the bell for round one. Swing and a miss with that hook. He takes that jab. And he scores with the counter. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Can't score with that hook again. Trying to land that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. He threw a punch and just got countered. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace, get the pace back to normal.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Nice counter. The straight right just misses. Nope, that jab. Hold that thought! Canelo Álvarez just got rocked in a big way. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Oh my! Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. That counter shot lands. That uppercut can't get through. Crawford in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Perfect. Terence Crawford just got rocked. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
And he scores with the counter. Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Defense is everything because they got shot once.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Oh, my word, Canelo just got clipped. Looks like trouble was averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at it.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided three.
Same again.
On to the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Jab doesn't score. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Good counter punch. Nice counter shot. A straight right just misses. That jab misses. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Trying to buy time. He takes a knee, buys time, collects himself.
It's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
How about that time counter shot? They exchange punches. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. talk about Crawford. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
The perfect counter lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can't find a home with that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. They figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well done with that counter shot. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What you've got to do, Teddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Good counter punching. They block the uppercut. The stamina is off the charts. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Good counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? On to the 5th we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice counter. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Incredible work rate. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Just missing with the uppercut. That big hook doesn't land. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Álvarez in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. Get out there.
This is the beginning of round 6. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Nice counter punch right up the middle. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Shot from the heavens sends him to the canvas. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at it. It's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the trick. Where did that come from? Down she goes. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. He still wanna fight.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to...
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. talk about Crawford in that last round. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
And there's the bell for round 7. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to face what does he need to do to get back in this contest.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
That hook is parried away. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Only catching air with that hook. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
And there's the bell for round 8. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
That counter punch doesn't land. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Right uppercut just off target. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
So far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
His stamina is off the charts. The perfect counter lands. The straight right just misses. Nope, that jab not going to score. Nice counter. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this. Where did that come from? Down they go! He dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Talk about Álvarez in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knock. And there's the bell for round 9. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
His stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counter shot. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Álvarez just got so much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? And they're going to let him continue. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Has to be, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right.
This is the 10th. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get... And where did that shot come from? Down they go! Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
A shot from the gods took him out.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
His stamina is off the charts. Straight right just misses. Can't find a home with that jab. We need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
And he scores with the counter. A perfect counter shot. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
The counter lands. That jab doesn't find a home. And he just missed with that left jab. A perfect counter lands. Time as we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Talk about Álvarez in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You're being put down, you've got to think right.
And there's the bell for round 11. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
A perfect counter shot. Straight right just misses. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out. Oh, wait a minute! Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. How did they survive that?
recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the...
Oh my, what an upset here as Álvarez goes down. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.